Yes, I have Thomas and Daniel Kanema, who are looking very upbeat for two guys who just got booted out of the Ultimate Braai Master. Trust me, making it this far in this particular competition, you can braai. I was joking with you guys. First of all, congratulations on making it into the competition just as a starting point. But looking at the level this year, it is insane. I thought last year was impressive with their 8,000 kilometers of travel. What was the experience like, guys?
It was amazing. I mean, to be cooking at that level and surrounded by people who are all cooking at that level, it was quite inspirational just to see what guys can do.
It's phenomenal, yeah. It really is.
The Braaight brothers, tell me a little bit about yourselves, guys. Where do you hail from, and give us a bit of background?
Both born in Natal, grew up in Natal, and eventually ended up in Cape Town together, well, independently. Dan's been living here a while, just a few years. I run a little coffee shop in Fishhook, and yeah.
And Dan, this is kind of like a reserve career for you. What do you do in real life?
So I've just finished my PhD, and I've started doing my postdoctoral research for the SKA, the Square Kilometre Array project.
Well, there are other achievements as well. Okay, like Braaight. Okay,
making a decent
exactly. Yeah, I like the fact that we're doing something completely different, and this was really the earmark of this year's Ultimate Braai Masters. Guys coming in there with cuisine, not just braai stuff. What are we making, gentlemen?
Yeah, so this is one of the dishes we did for our audition round, which I think probably clinched a position in the final 15. And it's a lemon tart. We baked it on a Weber braai.
I love you, brother.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of balancing of the heat and a bit of control there, but it comes out really well.
All right, let's get into it, boys.
Cool.
Where do we begin?
So we're starting with just a sweet pastry. Dan's just going to mix up some
butter and sugar.
Yep.
Cool. Nice, lots of butter. Let's not go back, you know. Not at all.
Make it delicious.
Can't go wrong with butter and cream.
Mix up the butter and sugar.
So where do you guys get this kind of recipe from? Is it like a family thing? Did you guys start training yourselves up, research?
I worked in the kitchens and hotels for a while, so got a bit of background there. But this is one of those ones that we sort of perfected through family events and at home and stuff like that. So now we're going to add an egg. Give it a good mix.
Are you not worried you're giving away your braai secrets, man?
It's out there.
We've had our Braai Master.
We've had our Braai Master time.
Awesome. How did you guys come up with the name?
I'm the brother and he's the Braaight.
We kind of model ourselves on the Wright brothers too. We wanted to be like Brian pioneers, do something we haven't done before, do something nobody's done before. We thought a lemon tart was pretty pioneering.
Tick that box, man. Tick that box.
So yeah, we got the egg in there.
Cool.
Add a bit of flour. Give it a mix until it's a bit of a dough.
Nice doughy pastry.
And then we're gonna
hold into a nice ball.
Roll it out into a sheet and
a nice flat
line
pastry
it up
like this.
in a pastry like that.
Okay, so you've got quite a nice thick crust here.
Yep. And then for the filling, it's basically just 3 whole eggs mixed up, a bit of Castor sugar.
Cool.
Just mix it in there quickly, and then just a couple of lemons squeezed and just strained out, so we got no pips or anything. That goes in there.
Oh man, I'm a big fan of the lemon.
Yeah, fresh lemons, nice, lovely flavour in there. And then, can't go wrong with cream. Give it a good, healthy whack of cream in there.
Oh man, that is looking good. You know what I've loved about this season is the fact that we're kind of seeing old traditions being built on and kind of developed. I like the fact now that you could probably build, say, for instance, an entire Christmas lunch, or make it South African, do it on the braai.
I mean, some of the things you've seen on the braai this season is phenomenal. There was no from lemon tarts to the whole fish we did and things like that. It's just phenomenal. There's no limit.
I think the one thing I took out of this whole experience was that there is now nothing.
There's no limit.
I know that feeling so well, man. But if you'd like to feel like that, a superhero on the braai, all you got to do is SMS the keyword Tart to 33728. That's the keyword Tart to 33728, and we'll send this recipe directly to you. Now, the tricky part, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Yes.
You've got very limited amount of coals, but it's still a pretty hot fire. How do you gauge? What are you looking for here? How many seconds should I be holding my hand?
10 at least.
Quite a while, yeah.
Okay.
So firstly we blind bake the base without the tartan. We bake it solid, and then wait for your fire to cool down properly. You're talking 120 degrees.
Okay.
Very, very cool, like almost warmer draw temperature. And stick in your tart, leave it, close the lid, and leave it for
Probably take about half an hour. You
almost
kind
half an hour.
You kind of want to cook it till it's just beginning to set. It mustn't be completely set. If you give it a little tap, it must still have a little jelly type wobble to it. You don't want it to be completely set because as soon as you take it off, it's still going to cook for a few minutes just before it's done.
Just like the meat of the braai.
That's it. You got to let it rest.
Man.
You got to let it rest a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to taste it. I know our food photographers are like, don't touch it, do not touch it. So it really does look beautiful. And it's nice and rustic looking. You're pairing it now with some beautiful
we got a couple
berries.
of beautiful berries here. And what we've done as it's come out, you just sprinkle a bit of icing sugar, give it a quick glaze with a blowtorch. Just gives that nice crunch, a little bit of crunch on top. It's a very smooth texture in there. And then we pretty much just sprinkling a few berries over the top.
Oh,
Lovely
man.
and fresh.
Very cool.
Give it a little sprinkle of icing sugar.
Oh, man, you know, and if this is
eh?
what these guys are capable of, and they're already out of the competition, you know we can look forward to
it's only gonna
insane.
get better,
Oh, man.
for sure.
Well, guys, congratulate yourselves. Give each other a pat on the back. Both of you are doctors in biology to me. But there is a very exciting new week ahead, of course, on the Ultimate Braai Master, Wednesday night, 8:30. Let's get a little taste of what's coming up next week while I taste this.
Next time on the Ultimate Braai Master. The next challenge is going to have you on the edge of your seats fighting for your life.
Come on, guys. Come.
The communication gap is massive there.
It's not a lot. Martin, guys.
Taste it.
Guys,
The third time I've had to do these.
do as they ask you to do.
You're the team leader, so you must take responsibility, huh?
Who did that? Didn't you guys say that? No.
Come guys, come guys!
The only thing that's going to keep them in the competition is somebody else cooks their meat worse than this.
The Braaight brothers taking flight with a beautiful lemon tart. You can get that recipe sent directly to your phone, Tart 33728. We're going to take a very quick break. Well, long enough for me to get a proper taste test. We'll be back to close out the show. Still lots on the way. Lloyd Bele still in the house. Stick around. Come here.
Get my belly.
By supporting businessmen like Sibusiso Chabalala and his Berry Hill Trading Company, that's where we found goodness. Pick and Pay, always there for you.